the industries in Saudi Arabia, which industries are flourishing, which industries are the profitable industries of Saudi Arabia. Okay, so since you have all read, I'll just quickly explain few points like what is industry? Economic activity concerned with the processing of raw materials and manufacture of goods in factories. Industries do not produce raw material. Raw material is something that is extracted from the natural resources. And then when it is processed and turn it into a finished good, this is what the industries do. Okay. We are very well aware of few facts if we get into the worldwide knowledge that Saudi is very famous for its oil industries, for its oil, and being the oil rich country. This is something which is we usually label Saudi with. So it's a oil rich country. Oil was mainly discovered in Saudi Arabia in 1938, but was further exploited in 1950s. Exploited means that something that has been discovered but not utilized to its fullest. Okay, that's when we use the word exploit. Okay, then oil industry contributes the most in economy. The Saudi economy is highly dependent on the oil industry. Okay, approximately a quarter of world's oil is in Saudi Arabia, beneath the sand and under the seas, just off its coast. Okay, as it's mentioned in your book as well, because all the pointers that I've taken, these are from your books, so you can again refer to it if you want to. And it also produces very cheap energy and has encouraged other industries as well, like if you have the basic things and you are providing those things to the other industries, it helps them. So initially it was only the raw oil, the crude oil, which Saudi was extracting, but now it has established industries which refine it, because crude oil does nothing, you have to refine it and then it's usable. So it's like turn into diesel and other things. Okay, so further industries include the fertilizers, plastics, simple mechanical and electrical machines, steel from local iron ore. Iron ore is again the raw iron. Further, it has little amount of gold, uranium, copper. These things have also been discovered, but mainly the gold is something which is very commonly available, and it is considered to be of a very good quality, which is available in Saudi. Their gold, their designs, they are very famous. Further, what they have done to streamline things is they have provided the pipelines. These pipelines basically help to provide the fuel to those industries and helps them in managing their work, and the gas as well. The gas and the oil is like transferred to them through a pipeline. It is like established for them. Besides this, per day, 10 million barrels of oil is exported in Saudi Arabia. One barrel is equals to 160 liters. And since it is one of the largest exporter of oil, so it earns a great amount of economy and country wealth from oil. And it is shipped to Europe through Mediterranean Sea, but some of the routes are very susceptible, they are dangerous, so that is why later on these routes were changed. I hope everyone is clear till here. It has talked about different routes that initially where it was sent, it was shipped to Europe, but later the route was changed because there were chances of getting attacked by the enemy, so they changed the route. And now the largest amount of oil is exported from the Gulf ports and Ras Tanura and at Dammam. Okay, these are the main hubs from where the oil is exported to other countries. Students, please let me know if I can proceed or if you have any questions in it. Okay, thank you, Arush. What about the rest? Omar, Sarfaraz, Rehma. Okay, Rehma. Afra, Basil, Nafis, Fasi, Maida, please let me know if there is anything unclear to you. Okay, Afra. Omar Ubaid, Basil, I'm waiting for your responses. Surfaraz exploited means that something which is not utilized to its fullest. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Now we are moving on to our next heading, that is communication. By communication, we mean does not that two people are communicating with each other. It's not the internet or any other medium. It's the road communication that we are talking about. At the time of establishment, modern kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 1932, the country lacked modern transportation facilities and ports and has less than 30 miles of paved roads. Paved roads are the ones which are rocky, they are not smooth, and they have bricks and rocks and sand on it. So the country is also linked by a sophisticated communication network that serves the basis for its economic growth and development. But now, since it's developing, and has smoothed down the road communication, things have really improved in Saudi Arabia. But still, there are a lot of areas where the roads are still very rocky and not smooth. So, doing like communication and traveling is preferably not always done with roads. People also prefer to travel from one place to another place and do trading and export from other routes, which is like of ship and air. Okay. Now, what's under the trading? Trading in Saudi Arabia is very much common, and what they are trading. Trading basically involves the transfers of goods, services to a person or entity to another country, often in exchange for money. Economists refer to a system of network that allows trade as a market. ठीक है, हर चीज़ मार्केट वैल्यू के हिसाब से बात करती है. तो ट्रेडिंग मेनली हम क्या कर रहे हैं सऊदी अरबिया, एज वी हैव डिस्कस, इट्स द oil. So Saudi Arabia highly depends and heavily depends on its imports from US, Japan, UK, and Germany. And what things it is importing? It's importing food, machinery, electrical goods, vehicles, chemicals, textiles, military and industrial equipment, with exchange of oil. Obviously, whatever money that it is getting from the exchange of oil and by selling the oil, by exporting the oil, it is utilizing that amount in buying food, machinery, electrical goods, vehicles, chemicals, textiles, and these things. And approximately 97% of the economy is because of the oil. Okay. Now let's just see few paragraphs and refer to your book that in 1970s the oil producing countries of East Asia and North Africa posed the price of crude oil. Crude oil is the raw oil higher and higher because they were the only countries producing enough for export. So all those countries which were producing oil and they were exporting it, they actually increased the price of the oil. Due to which some countries which were highly dependent on getting the oil from other countries, they started searching for other options. And from which what happened is that Europe found vast amounts of oil at its own doorsteps, buried beneath the seas surrounding the British Isles. Now, UK, Norway, and Netherlands from the oil fields in the North Sea are significant producers. So, initially, it was only the countries of the East Asia and the North Africa, but then these countries, when they saw that the price of the oil is highly, extremely increasing, and they should go for a cheaper price, so they searched for other options and they found the other options, which at some point affected the economy, not the economy really, but the export of oil in Saudi Arabia as well. But since the oil which is found in Saudi Arabia, it is of very good quality. Even countries were buying it on a very high price as well. Besides this, the gas from the North Sea fields provides heat for homes, industries in the countries surround the sea. all those countries and which are surrounded by the sea, they get the gas for homes and industries from the North Sea fields. After Saudi Arabia, the next largest producer of oil are Russia and USA. But whatever the issue is, like they are consuming all the oil that they are producing on their own, like they're consuming all the oil. There is nothing enough left for them to export it to the other countries. So they are the largest producer, but they are using all the oil which they are getting from their own countries. If I talk about in 2000, yes, by this time, there was time that in North America and Canada, they brought the price down of oil like $25 per barrel, which really affected Saudi Arabia for a little time period. And it was a very struggling period for Saudi Arabia because, something which you were selling on a very high price was now sold on a very low price. But by 2009, Saudi Arabia, recovered from it and over like $100 price was exceeded of a barrel, ठीक है, which is like 160 liters. Now, as I mentioned, 97% of oil is exported. Still, Saudi is one of the largest producers of oil. Any questions still here, students? Yes, so tourism is the activities of people traveling to or staying in places outside their usual environment for leisure, business, or other purposes for not more than one consecutive year. So basically, tourism is like very important industry for any country, and here Saudi Arabia is again very blessed because it has the holiest cities of the world, which is Makkah and Medina. Although the climate of Saudi Arabia is very inhospitable means like it's very dry, hot. So people would not really prefer to go and visit a country where the climate is not very pleasing. But even then, every year, 2 to 3 million people visit over there as pilgrims because of the Hajj period, because in the Umrah period they go to Makkah and Medina. So these are the main attractions for the Muslims of all over the world. So even then they are getting enough income for the country because of this. If you may have heard that during Hajj season and during Umrah, like Hajj season especially, the price of the hotels extremely increase, the tickets price extremely increase, because that is their earning period. अब हमें जब market में पता होगा, when we know that something is like people have to get anyhow, so they will pay any price for that. And this is same the reason with the Saudi Arabia, like no matter what, they know that people would come for Hajj, so they increase the price of the hotels, people increase the price of flights. So even the traveling agencies earn a lot from it. It's not just the country which is getting enough from it, even the traveling agencies, the airlines, everybody get really well in this period.